You guys hear this? Does this still work? Camera? Just forgot where the on button was. Been a minute. Hi. No hype intro today. It's too much to live up to. It's too much to live up to the hype intro on this particular day. Sets an unreasonable expectation. My dog is going off. Amy? You good, Emmy? Somebody came over to the house. Oh, I think it's our neighbor. Our neighbor's here. Anyway, hi everybody. Not awkward at all. Not awkward at all. I'm actually gonna also turn the burns off because I can't expect you guys to burn that hard when I'm not going that hard, you know. Not fair. All right, but if you want an easy underhand throw burn game champion, light some points on fire right frickin' now and you might win. What do you win, you might ask? Respect. DJ Big Daddy, you win. Yeah, we got some message from our neighbor while we were gone being like, is something wrong with your mail? They thought we had their package, and apparently we did. Got misdelivered to our house. So they had to go without while we were in Europe. Hi everybody. How you doing? I am in case you didn't read the title or check the Discord announcement but happened to be here anyway. I'm really jet lagged. Got home really late last night from Barcelona. Oli and Shard also, I saw your sub. Thank you very much. And Mr. Shade, thank you. Yeah, neighbors lost to the mail shuffler. That's about right. So this is not an entertainment product stream like I try to put on most of the time. This is chill time. You guys down for some chill time? Here we are. Okay. So, I've got a problem. Of course, we can talk about Barcelona travel and stuff if you guys want to. You can ask questions, but I'll get to that in a minute. Gozmaster, thank you very much. Coffee Victor, thank you very much. The problem that we have, I understand it's not a relatable problem, but certainly a me problem. I haven't opened all the stuff I've received as an MTG ambassador, all the product, and there's more, and there's more, and there's more, and there's always more. So I have to open and sort a bunch of cards. So that is the problem I have. I was at least wise enough. I scheduled a few days out yet, so I have a few more YouTube videos that haven't gone live yet. And those are going to cover the next couple days while I get back to me. But in the meantime, I can do some can stream, and we'll see if we have fun opening and sorting cards or not. But I mean, and this is why this isn't on YouTube. This is not designed to be like an entertainment product. This is just me This is just me getting through a day, and you guys are welcome to hang out. And if you're not into that, it's okay. I think that YouTube has a lot of audience that expects a certain level of entertainment at all times, but I think that Twitch, at least some of y'all, I think you guys just want your streamer to be there. Like, that's the expectation, and if the streamer is there often, that's good. Streamer not there very often, that's sad. So what we're gonna work on here, how do we want to do this setup? What's a good setup for this? That looks pretty funny. Like, there's like no names. It's just all spam. Nice job. Yeah, that definitely still belongs over here. Trying to figure out where to put a bigger cam. I don't need this to be this huge, right? Honestly, if you want to come over and like closely analyze the cards, that's up to you. Wait, why is there another little me over here? What the hell are you doing here? I'm right. What? The hell is this? Where'd that little guy come from? Something like that. Lighting in here could be brighter. Let me go move this keyboard. Let me play with lighting a bit. Ah! That's better, right? I think that's better. Cards everywhere. Ooh, I think it's is it inverted? It is inverted. My goodness, these sleeves are so slippery. Any touch will move them. Wait, that wasn't what I meant to do at all. Where's the undo? There it is. Need to be on this. Yeah. How was the trip? Trip was good. Trip was good. Really good. Really, it was a long trip. I didn't get as much rest as I would have liked to. My trip's turning into a lot of like tourist stuff, which is exhausting. So I wish I'd done more sit and chill, to be honest. Need some binders. Binder. So, Commander Masters is what we're sorting right now. Commander Masters is gonna require so frickin' many binders. Oh my lord. I'm bad at this streaming thing now, you guys. I have lost my touch. Look at this. Like, is it just me or is... Is it just me or did this thing get less intuitive? Wait, what just happened? Where'd my Cam 2 go? What just happened? Like I was saying, is it just me or did streaming get harder while I was gone? But yeah, so I've got a bunch of the Commander Masters stuff sitting around that I've got organized. What did I think of Game Nights Live? Game Nights Live was sweet. 100% amazing. Amazeballs, if you will. All right, we're looking for page 1 cards, so top 9. Got any page 1 cards here? If you haven't seen it, I mean, I'm pretty sure that the video version isn't going to come out for a few days, but if you haven't seen Game Nights Live, strongly recommend. It's the best show, and it's a big reason why I go to all of these things. Just as a fan, it's so much fun. Man. Guys, I don't know if you know this. Commander Masters is huge. It's so huge. Bonkin, all that glitters. Man, that doesn't even capture it. I have to like put it here. Well, like I said, it's probably not going to be a perfect stream in that regard. Not exactly designed for entertainment, but I do want you guys to be able to see it all. So maybe I have to move the Go XLR, hide the keyboard even more, move this up here. Arena's so easy, paper's so hard, you guys don't even know. Just hit record, smash some randos, call it a video. You love the last episode of Worst Possible. Which one was it? Sounds dumb, but I'm so out of it right now that I'm not even 100% sure what's coming out when, because I'm so far removed right now from my own work. Was it the one with the Chandra's ignition, or was it is the Commander Masters one live? Okay, it was Commander Masters. Okay, good. Glad that is now live. Spare all that glitters. Who wants it? I was super stressed about that episode. I was super stressed about that episode because of the Planeswalker deck. It's just so hard to play. It takes so long. Oh yeah, I have a dentist appointment coming up. Let's go. Go teeth clean. Sorry to the UK for the random flex. All right, now I'm looking for some top 27. Yeah, I took the Planeswalker deck for that video because I knew it was going to be a pain. And it popped off and I won, and a bunch of people are like, oh, only one deck got showcased, blah, blah, blah. It's like, I do my best, you know? I'm not actively trying to keep other people from playing the game or anything. That's what I do on Arena, but that's not really what I do with my friends. It's just the way it goes. But like I trusted myself at least to play it okay, not terribly, and fast enough. It's still, it's like impossible to play that deck fast, I think, but fast enough so that we weren't there all night. I honestly swore that when I played a Super Friends deck on the show, Karth the Lion, last year, that I would never play Planeswalkers on the channel again because of how long and hard it was, how long it took. Christmas, thank you for the tier 1. Really appreciate that. I think the Eldrazi deck is legitimately unique and awesome. I think if you get one Commander Masters deck from those precons, it should be that one, in my opinion. That is my personal take. So if you can only buy one, I would get Eldrazi. Looks fun and explosive. But when you do nothing, I am just going to warn you. I think the games where you do nothing, you'll really not feel like you did anything. You'll like ramp up. You might cast your commander. Your opponents might kill it because it's a scary commander. And then maybe you don't get to cast anything else big and they attack you while you flounder trying to get your commander on the board. I bet the games where you do nothing are very bad with that deck. But the games where you do stuff, it hits, right? All right, I got 2 Silversmiths. Is this one foil? Are either of these foil? Neither foil. That's a bummer. So the goal is to collect the complete set in foil. For those of you who don't know my collecting style, one of each card in foil. Now, most of what I'm opening right now is not foil, but they make the non-foils. Not only can I play them in decks, there are wonderful placeholders in the binder while I get the foils. All right, it's a big set to foil out. That's why I have to do it. That's why I have to actually get to work on it, which is why we're doing it here today. I guess if I'm going to hold up the camera this way, I can make this bigger, right? I was originally thinking that the face cam would be better as bigger, but this would be better as bigger, huh? This is probably just more comfortable for you guys. I do this. I move it down here. And I move you beautiful people over here. And I move my beautiful sponsor here. How do you think we're doing? I bet we're doing pretty good, right? You guys are okay with these digs, aren't you? You can see most of the binder now. It's a little bigger. That's nicer, right? So, at this point, I've opened the collector boosters. I've opened the set booster, and now we're opening the draft boosters. Just base copies of cards, not all unique arts and treatments. So that's what I usually do, quick hand. With this one, we'll see. I might actually already have a bunch of the treatments and stuff. I'm at least going to build them into binders and see how it goes. All right, 27. So we're looking for, what comes next? 36 and 45. So we're looking for 45 and under now. I do apologize. I'm not good at opening stuff on stream, so I did most of this. Obviously, I did a lot of the opening off stream. Also, just to get it done, I'm usually like opening in the middle of the night, things like that. It's usually like I mean, this. Look, guys, content creation's weird, okay? I know it is. I know it is. I'm usually opening packs and sorting them in the middle of the night when I can't sleep, because otherwise I don't have time to do it. And I bet that sounds really weird to people who just love cracking packs and it's like a fun, relaxing activity, but like I just don't get the time to even do it very much. So 28, 29, 30, 31. Intangible Virtue. So those are foils. This one's not a foil. Mace of the Valiant. Also, if I miss your question, if you ask a question and I miss it, it's probably just me struggling to pay attention between sorting and chat. Did you have insomnia? I don't think so. In fact, usually I had a talk with a few other streamers about this, the reason we still look so young. I usually get like more than 8 hours of sleep a night. But some night, like, here's the thing, like if I stay up till 4, I'll just sleep until afternoon, you know, because streamer can do what I want, but some nights are harder to sleep than others. I don't have time to play anymore because I'm running a huge cardboard empire. Yeah, well, I hope he enjoys it. That being Rudy. Hope he enjoys it. I don't have time to play anymore because I'm usually making sure that no matter how many Commander shows or I'm going to or Magic Fest I'm going to, that there's still a daily video. And that's pretty challenging. Land tax, guys. What a card, huh? Extra Muir Smith. I was talking to some of my streaming, what I'll call my peers. They were suggesting I do like Whatnot and give a bunch of this stuff away, or well, not give it away. No, like sell it, right? Auction it off. That's how it works. All right, what is this? This is 54.63. So I'm looking for 63 and under. Would anybody here like to buy the cards I open? Would anybody here like go to Whatnot to buy a bunch of this stuff? It's kind of a weird idea for me, but they seem pretty hype about it. They're showing me how it works and things like that. What set is this? This is Commander Masters. Well, now it's fine if you don't overdo it. Yeah, I can't imagine doing more than like 1 a month or something like that. 2 a month. I've got the other thing I keep thinking about for Whatnot is I've got so much stuff lying around that like Wizards has sent me for swag, and things that I've received at various events and stuff like that I'm just never gonna use. I wish it all had a good home. So a part of me, like, I'm the type of person, if I have something squirreled away in my closet, I don't feel good about that. I would rather it be with somebody who will use it and enjoy it. So I'm somebody who actively feels bad about that. So getting it out there seems like a decent idea. But yeah, I have so much stuff just around the house now that other people would probably find really collectible. Got an extra Spectral Grasp. You think we just go full like degenerate internet personality and be like, here's my bulk. I spit on it all. Personally, I spit right on it. $1 million. Nate Gamer, thank you very much for the Prime. I did not know that there were all these. Yeah, this is Commander Masters. I did not know that there were all these cards that just hand out the Monarch like a free cookie. Can you guys see what these cards are? Like, is the screen good enough for that? Can you tell what most of these are? 'Cause this is definitely not me opening and reading every card. If that's, I'm not gonna do that. It takes too long, and I've got to sort a lot of cards. Oh, I got an extra supply of runners. Mostly through the art. Yeah. I mean, I got a few bangers we're gonna come to, and then we're gonna open some more packs because I'm not done. I've got a box of draft boosters we still have to open, but I gotta get this binder cooking first so I can put things away. All right, 64 is Swift Response. I got a foilie of that one. 67, 66. Oop. 69 is the Wanderer's Strike. New chase rare of the set for reasons. Foil to Char. See, this is why I stream it. I got foils to Talpa, so now I can unleash the Raging Dinosaur in foil for the first time. And I know I could have got a foil one from Ixalan, but I've never had that card. I have very few Ixalan foils in my collection, and I have a almost foiled out collection. All right, 71, 72 is Aether Gale right there on top. All right, so 72. So this is 81. So I need under 81. Under 81. Yes. Any Europeans in the chat? You guys have a gorgeous continent over there. It's been too long since I've been there. It was so nice. Big shout out to those of you in southern Germany, in Zurich, and in southern France, and Barcelona, of course. But I've been to Barcelona 3 times. I hadn't been to any of the others. Oh, that's a good 81. Counterspell, the OG. Did you hang out with MTG Malone? I did. Had dinner with him. Saw him every day at the convention. Had dinner with him on, I think, Friday. Genuinely sweet guy. You've said before how much you like to raise money for charity. Signed MTG stuff from your closet would probably raise quite a bit if you're publishing a list prior to the auction. Well, here's the thing. I do like to raise money for charity when, like, needs are met. I don't know if I'll be able to do a good one this year because I have something I really want to raise money for. And I'm not ready to launch it yet. I'll just give you guys a sneak peek. Louise, thank you very much for 23 months. I'm thinking about doing a subathon to raise money so that I can properly pay people, pay guests to fly out and be guest stars on the Commander show. It's gonna take a lot of money. A lot of money that I don't necessarily have set aside for that type of thing, especially when I can't be sure it will work. So I'm thinking about doing some kind of subathon, Kickstarter, fundraiser, something to raise money for that, so that the people, those who don't know, in America, I live in the middle of nowhere. Like, I live way far away from LA, where most of the Commander shows are shot, and the West Coast, where most of the content creators seem to live. I live in the middle of nowhere, so getting people to just come by is not really an option. So if I'm going to get people, my friends, to fly out here and do the content, I need to pay them. I need to book their flights. I need to pay them for their time. And that's a challenge. That's a lot more money, especially when I'm not sure if it'll pay off and actually make a good return. So I'm thinking about doing something to raise money for that. 90, 99, right? 81. So this is 90 and this is 99. Okay. Under 100. Just move to SoCal. Thinking. I am looking into ways to spend more time in SoCal. There's a lot of opportunities there. Plenty of very cool people are interested in using me. That sounds bad. Employing my services sounds better. but you get the gist. Using my commanderness, like I don't know, missed one. So I'm trying to look into like maybe in the winter getting a temporary California residence or something like that. But I would have to make sure it was good for recording and streaming, or of course I'm not going to do it because the mission primary number one mission is that content for a YouTube channel keeps up. Java the Punk, thank you very much for the prime. Which shows did you want to bring people in to guest appear on? Oh, worst possible. Definitely worst possible. Sorry if I didn't make that clear enough. Get merchant. Where did I see merchants often in like New Zealand or something? I think I saw on Twitter. A2, A3, A4, A5, A6. He's out living some best life, not making content. Good for him. Good for him. I was just talking, I was in Amy the Amazonian's chat earlier today, and there was once upon a time, long ago, there was going to be a D&D campaign that Merchant DM'd and Amy and I were going to be a part of. And it got canceled like the day of. I don't remember why. Some emergency. And it's one of those things where it got canceled and then just never rebooked. Very sad. So, in our minds, he still owes us a campaign. Saw you were in ease. Now, is it easy? I heard it say easy. I also heard ease. I've been there with my wife. It's cool. Yeah, that was the coolest place I have been. It's definitely the coolest place I was in Europe on this trip, in my opinion. Ease is so... It's just like this mountain town up in the mountains, just north of Nice, France. So the weather's a little cooler. Everything's really spread out. I would have stayed there. I would have stayed there a long time. Yay, Psyche Rift. I think I've opened like 3 Psych Rifts. So all my decks can now have Psych Rifts. Oh, another fact. Are they both foil? Double foil. See, who wants my foil fact of fiction? Anybody in chat? Anybody in chat step up for my foil factor fiction? I've got an extra. You could buy it. I would sign it. Probably wouldn't cost too much. There's so many cards actually in this set that I didn't already have, which is really nice. Ooh, I need like frantic searches in a lot of decks too. But I think I'm getting to a point where I have most of the commander staples I missed out on for a few years. Any interest in a serialized chromatic lantern? I think I have one of those. Yeah, I think I have a chromatic. I think I have a chrome with a number on it. Do you have one too, Mets? Maybe we have matching numbers. I'm gonna go check. We're not matching numbers, but you know, side by side numbers. If we had matching numbers, that would be a scam. Yeah, let's check for a scam. Let's check for a chromatic scam. Oh, it's a pristine talisman. Yeah, my bad. It's a pristine talisman. It's not a chromatic lantern. Anybody want to gain 1 life? This one's a 281. I think I also have like serialized, like I have a bunch of serialized Simic rares. There's the Arixmethes or whatever, the thing that's a land that turns into a creature. I've got that, and I think I have an Azuri. Anyway, we're looking for 100, 109, 118, right? 118? Under 118. I actually didn't have a Murmuring Mystic until now. Oh, personal tutor. Not one I had. Foil Reality Shift I'm actually pumped about having. It really drives me crazy when I have non-foils. Because I love to foil out my decks. Resculpt doesn't get played enough. Just kind of snuck into Strixhaven, but people don't even know how good it is. 99, 100, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, has anything else been going on in Magic that's interesting? Did I hear what, like, is it real that Post Malone is literally trying to buy the One Ring? Is this a scam? More episodes per week, question mark? I don't think so, Retro. Like, there's a bottleneck there in the editing. Like, I can't ask Blake for multiple episodes a week. He works really hard already. Remember, he has to run an LGS and he does all the editing for the show. So, and he has to film it. Like, I don't know if any of you tried to go to Lantern Games in Traverse City on a Wednesday, you'd find out they're closed, and that's to film the show. So they're already closed one day a week for filming, and then he has to run an LGS and edit a show every week. So I don't think you can ever expect more than an episode a week. In fact, an episode a week is crazy. Like, the Command Zone does podcast episode multiples a week, which is awesome, and they have a whole team that works on that. But I remember when we set out to make the worst possible, making one episode a week was like, can we actually do that? That's crazy. And now everybody's just like, oh yeah, of course it's a weekly show. Of course you have a weekly show. That's just the expectation. All right, 119, 128, 137. So we need under 137. Oh, I've got a lot for this one. This must be the last blue page. Nice. 132. So 37, 36, 35, 34, 32. All I expect is there are fun episodes. Well, I'm glad you're having fun. I think that guests are a proven formula for one, being fun. Like, it's really fun to bring my friends out to Traverse City, Michigan, and show them this awesome town that I live in and get to hang out with them. It's also, like, guests are like a proven, at this point, at least to some extent, recipe for growth. And the Worst Possible Commander show has, from inception, been a hobby of mine, but I would like to see it do really well. Especially, I mean, I don't mean to turn things to the dark side, but Wizards, with the changes to standards, seems like they don't really care if they beat standard up a bit. I anticipate that standard on Arena, maybe standard and paper will do better, but I anticipate that standard on Arena will honestly do worse for a little while because of that. And it would be nice to have a bit of a successful Commander show to fall back on, you know, a different channel to really put myself into, because I don't think Commander is going to be slowing down. I think Commander is an established way to play the game that will last for probably the next 30 years. I can't imagine anything actually hurting it. Not really. It's kind of a meme to talk about the death of a format or what's going to break Commander or Magic the Gathering, but I can't see anything actually killing it. Just doesn't make a lot of sense. So it would be nice to grow it into an actual something closer to a sustainable, successful channel. Right now it's a good show, but like my cast, you know, they get paid in gift cards and not a lot. They have full-time jobs to feed their Magic hobby, and I would like for something better. The shows basically don't make money. As is, they mostly break even. Every now and then, really good show, we do better than break even, but the show's basically a break even. It's the YouTube videos that, the standard YouTube videos on the main channel that pay for it. And those have continued to decline in popularity since the start of the summer and the announcement that standards rotation wasn't going to happen. So just looking at the future, I'm like, maybe I gotta figure out a backup plan. And it would be nice if it could be Commander, because I like Commander, but I'm not sure. It might have to be something else. Tarbeast, thank you very much for the tier 1. Anyway, ramble and rant. So 145, 154. We need under 154. They need to bring Commander to Arena. I hope they never do. I mean, I don't mean that really. Like, if you want Commander on Arena, I hope you get what you want. I'll be happy for that, for you. Love that for you. I don't think that that's even in their, I don't think it's on their radar, and I don't think it should be, because Arena is just a very different thing. I don't foresee Commander on Arena being the thing. The whole point is kind of the social stuff, the social interaction, which Arena, the best thing about it, honestly, is that you don't have that. If all Magic were Commander, I would probably need breaks. I need to be able to do evil, toxic things. I need to be degenerate sometimes. I need to be able to Paradox Engine my opponents in peace without them, like, giving me crap. 136, 37, 38. Actually, I have a foil Bastion of Remembrance, but I'm still happy to see it printed in this set. 45, 46, 47, 48, 49. Yeah, if you, and that's like, I think some people just don't have that salt vein in them, but for those who do, it's like good to be able to get that salt out of you on Arena, where it doesn't, you know, have to directly lead to bad social interactions, where it's mostly harmless, right? And then when you go play Commander, maybe you can become a better, well-adjusted human, hang out with your friends. Bells in lock. Carrion Grub. I gotta play more Corpse Augur. This card looks kind of sick. I always wonder if I'm supposed to run Curtain's Call more. To destroy 2 creatures for like 3 mana. It's just really hard to leave up 3 mana in Commander, man. Unless you're like, you know, a game winner like Teferi's Protection. 54. 63. 72. Right? 72? Okay. Under 72. 172, that is. Like I said, we will open some packs once I get this binder cooking. Well, binders. This is actually going to be a 3 binder set. Yeah, 3. 3 binders to hold this whole thing. I hate that, to be honest. But there's just so many cards. Which, you know, who am I to get mad about cards? Let's imagine a Commander Spell Table tournament on your Discord. No. Oh, it's not that your idea is bad, it's that I'm the wrong host. I am not interested in hosting tournaments and wrangling cats. Oh, no, 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 no. I would rather throw money at content creators. Mostly because I am one. I think most people would agree that their favorite content creators should get paid for their work, but most people don't have any idea where that money is supposed to come from. $170, $161 is Ghoul Caller Glissa. Ooh, foily already. I have actually done, I think I've done 0 crowdfunding on the channel at any given point. I have a Patreon. I guess that counts, but I definitely haven't like maintained it. And I've certainly I've raised money for charities and stuff, but I've never done a subathon or anything like that to raise money for a project of my own. So this would be a pretty big, it'd be a pretty big undertaking. I guess I'm kind of scared if people would show up. Imagine a charity raffle where the winner gets a guest on the worst possible commander. So I think there's a chance of that. I think there is a chance of doing a fan episode someday. Definitely not trying to let somebody win it in a tournament. Definitely, you know, maybe that's the, maybe there's a way to build that into like the Kickstarter that people at a certain tier can audition to be on the show. And then we'll pick like 2 people. Just blatantly rip off the command zone here, but pick 2 people to do an episode with, fly them out here. Did I meet any other streamers? I met many other streamers at the event. 181. Let me think for a second. 190? 181, 190, right? 190. Okay. So under 190. If I messed it up, it's because I'm getting these questions. Let me find my under 190s, and then I'll talk about streamers that I met. So at these events, let's see. Am I getting a notification or something? I keep on hearing this sound, and I can't tell if it's in Spotify or if there's something going off. Is that my sub sound? Titan Lord, thank you very much. Welcome back. Titan Lord, I know, would be after that worst possible commander slot. He really wants to kick my butt. It's probably my phone. Because Verizon International Travel wants me to do a survey. How about no, I'm streaming. So at these events, the people I generally tend to find or find me when hanging out, Voxy and Krim at this particular event for sure. So the Asian Avenger and Voxy, we usually end up all like finding each other at some point and hanging out. I think Asian Avenger was sponsored for his TikToks and Instagram stories, so he was working to some extent. Voxy and I were the unsponsored, so we were just hanging out and going to a bunch of the things. Gina's with me as well. Let's see, MTG Malone was really excited to meet me. He was working and he had a panel on the main stage, so he had some work to do. He was in the creator corner, but I got to hang out with MTG Malone a good amount. Really good guy. Fat Bottom Lena, thank you very much for the tier 1. I met Ash Lizzle for the first time in person. Feel like I've known her online forever, but met her in person. We had drinks at this really sweet bar called Skyfall, which did include a James Bond theme. It was a vibe. It was really sweet. And we also ended up at the party where Elijah Wood's band, Wooden Wisdom, was DJing. So I was at a party that, at this party, Elijah Wood was on stage DJing, and I was in the audience hanging out with Voxy and Ash Lizzle, and then you start mingling with other people, right? And you know who else is there? A Lady Danger is there, Josh Lee Kwai and Jimmy Wong, hanging out with them a good amount. The cosplayers, Tappy and Roman. Tappy plays Chandra, Roman plays Garuk, were there partying. Krim, of course, other members of MTG Goldfish. Tomer, got to know him for the first time. That was sweet. There's going to be somebody I forget. I apologize in advance if they watch this. And Jacob Bertrand and Peyton from Cobra Kai. So basically 2 stars of television from Cobra Kai. Peyton List. They were there. So yeah, that was epic. It was like a fever dream, honestly. That just, I don't know how to explain it, man. It was bizarre that I'm at like a nightclub where for a Lord of the Rings set in Barcelona with Elijah Wood DJing, and I'm with these people in the audience. And there were also a bunch of fans, like everybody who bought a Black Lotus badge, you know, the High Rolling Whale fans got in, but I took a lot of pictures with people there. All right, so it starts on 173. So this is 74, 75. Now I gotta regather myself. Wait, 163. What did I do wrong? Did I miss one? I missed one. I missed a Gourmand. Okay. But yeah, I'm still not over it. That was... like, I just kept saying to other content creators, like, is this really happening? Is it really happening? Shout out to some members of the MTG Arena marketing team that apparently all watch my stuff. If you're watching right now, thank you. You guys are cool. 81, 82, 83, 84. Runescar Demon. This is actually my first paper Runescar Demon. I think that one of the things that's the weirdest for me is I meet a lot of creators, and they're kind of where I was like 3 or 4 years ago. They're definitely hustling. They're trying to make stuff happen. I kept hearing over and over at this event that I like inspired them to make Magic content, which is, you have no idea how weird that is for me to hear, because so many days I'm like fighting to inspire myself. But yeah, big shout out to a lot of those. A lot of them, there's too many to list, quite honestly. I was there with some guys from a channel called Chad Magic in the UK. I'll shout out a specific one because it was a funny interaction because they were at the party. And I was I was chatting with Josh Lee Kwai about the beauty of blue, just how amazing blue is. As we do. If you want to know, if you ever like wanted to eavesdrop in on a conversation, what do you think those two are talking about? We're just talking about how much we love blue. And so I'm just talking to Josh Lee Kwai about how much we love blue, and these guys from a channel called Chad, C-H-A-D Magic, they're from the UK, came over to say hi and get a picture with us. And we were both like, I'm like, yeah, I've watched your show. And Josh is like, yeah, I know, I know your show. And they were both like, it was really cute. They obviously, they didn't expect us to have ever heard of them, let alone have seen a show. Mm-hmm. Don't you ever get tired of talking about Magic? Yes, absolutely. We don't, like, when I'm out to dinner with, like, most other streamers that I've known, we don't talk about Magic very much. Hardly at all. But like when I talk to somebody who I rarely get to talk to, like and especially somebody else who loves a certain kind of Magic, blue Magic, the way I do, like Josh, then yeah, we have a couple minutes to just talk about some Magic. It's all relative, right? Like, I don't need to talk to somebody else who plays Arena all day about Arena. Like, there's not much to say. But when you get to talk to somebody like somebody about Commander, which I only get to do a little bit of and really love doing, then I usually take that opportunity. 8 out of 11 sleeved EDH decks run blue. Is that a real stat, or are you messing with me? That wouldn't even surprise me. But where does the out of 11 come from? Is that foil ya, Henny? Yeah, I got a foil ya, Henny, baby. Waffle! Hi. Thanks for the sub. 8 out of 11 of my EDH decks. Ah, yeah. I try to branch out. Like, I do play other stuff on the channel quite a bit. I just always feel a little strange. I got to play Magic with some friends and some of the artists for Magic, which, okay, I'm spoiled. Most of my friends are streamers or pros. The thing about pros, if they're good, they end up on camera. So I've seen a lot of them and I know what they look like from coverage. And streamers are on camera all the time, so I know exactly what they look like. Magic artists, I have no idea what they look like. Like, none. So I was talking to a friend of mine who I had played a game of Commander with the night before. And I said something to him along the lines of, if I sat down and played against the most famous artist to ever work on Magic content, I wouldn't know it. I have no idea what they look like. And the guy looks right back at me and says, yeah, that tracks. Because you did that last night. Cringe. I had no idea. I had no idea. Do I own any artist proofs? I don't. So I will give a shout out to I don't want to get anything wrong. That's why I already got something wrong. It's Johannes Voss. The original art for the Prismatic Bridge. Somebody pull it up. Johannes Voss is actually a fan. This was so cringy that I didn't even know who I was talking to. Actually a fan of the channel. So when I met him, I didn't, and he was like, I do art for Magic the Gathering. I am so used to, over the years, I've met so many people who do like, they do like altars, right? And they want me to, a lot of them, some, they do it different ways. Some are pushier than others, but they're like, you know, will you play my altar on your show? And I just like, I'm like, no altars, please. You know, I don't want any alt arts, but I have a lot of people over the years who do art and approach me, and they're always, usually they're trying to get me to put their art on their show in some way. So I've just kind of turned this into a natural, like, when people approach me, I just kind of fall into this, oh yeah, maybe, like, what kind of stuff do you do? So when this guy approaches me and he tells me he does Magic art, my assumption is that he does altars or proxies. No, he's done hundreds of cards, including the art for the Prismatic Bridge. So freaking cool. So now I have a contact who did the art for the Prismatic Bridge, and I don't know, maybe Jingataxis will have to return to the channel to do something fun. We'll see. I haven't decided what all to do with this information. If nothing else, I have an artist, a friend who's a literal magic artist, which is insane. That is insanely cool. It also just never occurs to me that like somebody who like did art for Magic the Gathering would watch my videos. You know, watch me play Magic Arena. For some reason, that just doesn't cross my mind ever that that's even a possibility. All right, 208. So 208. Why am I getting so dumb? 217, 226. We need under 226. The other thing that I get nervous about when streaming my sorting is that you guys will realize how stupid I am. Me forever. Because I can barely do basic math. Oh good, you're still here. How is it going? I'm jet lagged. I'm sleepy. I have a billion cards to sort, so thank you to everybody for tolerating it. Me just sitting here sorting cards. Why do you collect red cards? Good question. I guess it's the completionist in me. I also often have to build decks I don't play. I build Gina's decks, but for the worst possible, some weeks I build multiple decks for the show. Because my friends have full-time jobs and I have access to cards, and I also am I am the vision of the show, so to speak, so I have an idea for how I want the games to go. Speaking of which, I'm not sure, I'm thinking about putting higher power stuff on the Covert Go crew, at least some of the videos, maybe not all of them, but I'm thinking about raising the power level again. I'm still not interested in CDH because I think it's a very limited meta that will get old. And I'm also not interested in doing 1 or 2 CEDH games very rarely because CEDH is not a format that you want to watch people do badly. Like, you want to watch them play well, and to play well you need practice, especially if you're, you know, very infrequent, like once a week Magic players like my friends. So I think that that would be doing everybody involved a disservice to just do CDH randomly. But I am thinking about having like kind of higher power game a little, just raising the power a little. Bring back the Mana Vault, bring back the Mana Crypt, bring back the Dockside Extortionist, maybe for like 1 out of every 2 or 3 games. I would love to see a Cradle get strip mined. Didn't that happen on the show? Didn't my Cradle get blown up once, or am I thinking of something else? Is the Partners But Not still in the pipeline? It is. There's still 2 more Lord of the Rings episodes that haven't released yet. Are you gonna participate in I'm Not Fine's no ban list? No ban list brawl tourney? What? I didn't hear about this. No ban list brawl? Historic brawl? If I'm Not Fine is listening, I know you lurk sometime, like hit me up. What's going on? Where's it? Must be in the Discord. I haven't spent any time in other Discords for the last 2 weeks. I have a lot to catch up on. 226, 235, 244, under 244. I don't know if you guys can tell, but sorting all these cards is a job of its own. So hope you're not absolute. I hope you are finding some enjoyment in the chill stream. 'Cause otherwise, if I just did this on my own, there would be no content. We've been doing a lot of temp testing. It's extremely degenerate. Trying to think of like where would be my baseline for a format like that. Oko as commander. It was so great meeting you at MagicCon. Did you tell me that you're the Lantier? If you did, I missed it. Some of you guys, if you're in Twitch chat a lot, you need to like make sure you hit me with your handle. Like Genesis was sure to introduce himself as Genesis. That helped a lot. if he's still here. You asked me. I did tell you. You didn't remember, and thank you. That's good. Also, not guaranteed that I'll remember. I have no, like, this is one of the interesting things about meeting people. If we meet, I will always try to be there, you know, and present, but you have no idea if I haven't eaten in 24 hours. You have no idea how much I have to pee. You have no idea if I'm late for a dinner or meet and greet or any other thing. Like what's going on in the background also like might just make it really hard for me to remember everything. So sorry if I forgot it, my bad. But nice to meet you too, I am absolutely sure. Oh, you got one of the shark tokens. Good. I ran out. This was the fastest I've ever run out of the shark tokens. I brought 100 shark tokens. They were gone Saturday morning. So usually Friday is a very slow day, and it was the slowest day of the convention. And I still gave away more than half. And on Saturday, they were gone by like 1 or 2. Like early afternoon, I was out of tokens. It was before the big main stage panels. So like this was... In particular, on Saturday, I remember it was like we had a panel I wanted to be at. I wanted to go listen to something at 2 that started at 2. And I was on the opposite side of the giant convention hall at the pro area, and it was like 12:45. And I run into Voxy and she's like, "Yeah, let's head that way. Let's get some water and she also wanted something from merch, so we were going to go to the merch stand and we were going to get some water before the panel." And we didn't even get across the room until like I remember I looked at the watch and I heard a sound and the panel was starting. It was 2:03. So it took us like an hour and 15 minutes to cross the room because people were stopping us and we were just signing things and meeting people. It was oh my god. 53.62, under 262. So yeah, shout out to all the fans in Europe. You guys were many and actually so sweet. Just like a lot of people who were obviously like very shy, very nervous to meet us and say hello, but very kind. A lot of people with gifts. You Italians, shout out to the Italians. Y'all don't have to have gifts all the time, you know? You really don't. It's okay. My goodness. So many gifts. It's hard to fit all that in my bag, you know what I mean? You had to convince someone in Discord that they should talk to me? That sounds about right. Like, they were so nervous, but so sweet. Just so sweet. 44, right? 44, 45, 46, 47. Squee! scourge of the throne. A PA would have gotten you at least 3 waters in that time span. I'm not gonna lie, I'm thinking about it. I have somebody who has worked with me for a very long time. She worked in my other business back when I ran it. She worked with me back when I worked in retail. Like, we've known each other for over 20 years, I think. And I know that if I asked her to, she would take the PA job in a heartbeat. And I think she'd do a good job. She doesn't know anything about magic, but she'd learn. I'm thinking about it, man. I am thinking about it. How often when you're at a convention do you just have someone sort of drive by "you're cool" at you? Like, never. Like, never. Doesn't happen. In fact, usually they're very shy and sweet and talk to me for a little bit, and then I try to time it, like, just when they're starting to pull away, like just when they're starting to leave and walk away, I go, "Hey, you're cool," and they go, "He said the thing," and like you see, like, it give them just a little jolt in their step, like that. It's my line, yeah. 63, 64. Well, for the longest time, I didn't know how to end a conversation. Actually, that reminds me, Voxy. So I guess for like the first 2 or 3 conventions that Voxy and I hung out, she didn't know that "you're cool" was my thing, my sign off. So she thought I was just super awkward about ending conversations. She didn't know why. She didn't know why I kept doing that. Because it would be like right as people are walking away, and then I'd like yell after him, "Hey, you're cool." She thought I just didn't know how to talk to humans, which is reasonable, I suppose. I wonder how many other people have that opinion. 171, 180, under 180, or under 280 actually is how far we are now. Under 280. Oh, my dog's excited again. What's she barking at? Emmy missed us very much. We picked her up last night from the pet sitter before heading home, even though we were there after midnight, because we want to see our doggy. And she's been super sweet, but she's come back with a little bark in her. She's like always looking for something to bark at now. I think she's thinks maybe if she's a better guard dog, we won't leave her next time. I'm not fine in the house. Yeah, I didn't know you're having a tournament with no ban list in Historic Brawl. Dogs are the most amazing creatures. Agreed. Agreed. Emmy in particular, she's a little affectionate baby. She's in good shape. She went on the we call it the pixel diet because our dog sitters also has a little husky puppy that has so much energy. Just wears Emmy's got a lot of energy. She's a little chocolate lab, but she gets worn out with this husky. So she always comes back. She's lost a little bit of weight. She's extra sleepy. She's extra affectionate. Oh, 175. That goes here. Did I screw something up? No. Crash of Rhino Beetles. Crash of Rhino Beetles gets +10/+10 as long as you control 10 or more lands. That seems fair. You have to make a token with your dog. I don't know. Wanted to DM you later today. Didn't want to bother you during Barcelona. Fair. You can, though. Like, I'm on vacation, but Like when I'm back at the hotel at the end of the day, yeah, I'm always checking on content stuff and trying to keep up. So don't feel bad. And of course, if I don't want to deal with it, I just won't respond. I'll just respond later. But yeah, so never overthink it. You can always message me. I'm working on organizing a tournament of champions for Brawl Hub League. See, Titan? Now, see, Titan, once you're really good at organizing those things, talk to me. And maybe you can organize the Cool Kids Club Championship or something like that. But I won't have time and I won't have bandwidth to do it personally. So there's some fun stuff we could do. I just can't do it. A6, so 89. This is 289. What's that? 97? 98. 298. Under 298. Brain falling off. We do have some more polls once I get these organized. Like, we've got more packs to open. The draft boosters. So I was under the impression, man, that draft boosters were just, you know, snoozers now that I'm on that collector booster lifestyle. The draft boosters in these, I've seen them with multiple rares. Like, why are there so many rares? I guess they gotta hold up that price tag, right? You know what else I need? I need a real Mountain Dew. Haven't had one the whole, like, you just can't get them. You just can't get real Mountain Dew over in Europe. They don't have the real thing. They have some nasty poison water knockoffs. Is there a legendary slot? You would probably know better than me. Like, I don't know nothing. You would think it's my job to know, but like, and you'd be right in a sense, but there's too much now. I used to be able to keep up with everything that happens in Magic. Now I'm lucky if I keep up with Arena, let alone Commander. And in fact, just having two things I'm trying to specialize in, doing so much Commander stuff, I can tell it does take away. I don't keep up well with Arena as much as I used to. I feel that tension. And especially since Arena is like my job and bread and butter, that stresses me out. But what can you do? All right, 30. This is 298. So this is 307. So this is 316. Okay. Ringo brr. So 298, 99, 300, 1, 2, 3, 4. Excited about a foil Loyal Guardian, actually. Goreclaw is cool. Yes. I actually handled jet lag on the way over better than I ever have. We left like I guess it would have been late at night, US time. We arrived like early in the morning, like 8 a.m. or something, local time in Germany. And then I was able to stay awake the duration, you know, right up until like about 10 o'clock the next night. I also had to rent a car and drive. Driving on not much sleep in Germany was adventure. It's an adventure. As someone who started watching in Arena, your Commander and HB content has been really expanded my interest in the game as a whole. Thank you. That was honestly... I mean, when I got into it, I was obviously like playing around, following my own story, because that's how I got into Commander, and I was starting to enjoy it a lot more. But like the idea that people could come with me who started in Arena and didn't know anything about this whole Commander scene, that was a big part of the appeal. I could bring my friends. And I would say about a third, I would say, of my audience has at least tried the ride. You know, tried to take that jump so far, is what it looks like, stats wise. About a third of y'all were down to learn about another format. So thank you. And I meet so many people at the events. Oh my gosh, I meet so many people at the events who are like, love the Commander show, love Historic Brawl. They just love on that stuff. So the people who actually do make that journey and then go to events, like, you know, they're experiencing the whole journey from Arena, Mythic Grinder to the Gathering. And yeah, it's good. It's good. You end up making friends, meeting people. Oh, it's so nice. 316 325 334. I'll probably be the end of green then, right? Yeah. 320. So this is 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Foil Savala, baby. Is this an Ultra Pro album? I'm not sure. It is. But it's not the permanent home though. They're going in the Commander Masters themed binders once they arrive, but from coolstuffinc.com. But those have not come into stock yet. In fact, the image on the website, here, can I show you? Does that work? The image on the website you can see is still just, they don't even show it, and it's pre-order, so I'll be getting 3 of those binders later. Did you visit Belgium? No, I wanted to. Wanted to drop in on our favorite Belgian MTGA content creator, LVD, who wanted to come to the event but couldn't. So still have to meet him again. I met him a long time ago at the Mythic Invitational. It's been a lot of years since then. Day Ray, do you prefer Katana? I do, but they're the ones I use, the black ones, are out. They are out all over the place, and I am, I'm missing them. I'm missing them much. Speaking of what I'm missing some caffeine. I'm missing some beverage. I need some. So I'm going to go and grab some in a second. But I'll come right back. I'm going to go mix some G Fuel. Tooth and frickin' Nail is on Arena, guys. Did you hear? Woo! Be right back. mic punch right into the camera. Earthquake. Sorry, chat. Hitting out again. Remember, you're cool. Fine. It's my line. Fine. Imagine stealing my line and leaving. Covert go nerd alert. I must be really bad at opening cards. I have less viewers right now than I had for my sleep cam. Do you guys prefer I switch to sleep? I can go take a nap. That better? That was better for viewership? I'm just messing. What's your theory behind organizing your binder? It's a good question. It's by the card number. So every card has the itty bitty number in the corner. It's a set number. So it's just in order by that. Open packs, please. Well, it'll happen when it happens. We're getting there. We're on multicolored now. Yeah. I'm a good sensei that way. I strictly test your endurance to see which of you are strong, and can watch me just move cards around for fun. See which of you have the patience, fortitude. I feel like there's a bunch of multicoloreds missing, but in multicolor there's also usually a lot of rares, so I guess that makes sense. Yeah, this will probably be more spaced out. All right, 33, 34, so 43 and 52, right? Right, 43, 44, 45, 46. So mirroring goes here. 36, 33, 34, 35, 36. Yeah, that's like the first multicolored card, probably. Knight of Windgrace. All hail the return of the Rakdos chair. What? It's an old command. Since you're a MTG influencer, you must get a lot of free cards and products. What percent of the thing you get do you actually pay for? I mean, I don't keep stats. And as far as getting a bunch of free cards and product, that only began recently with the ambassador program. And I would caution you on the word free. It is not free. There are expectations that come with this stuff that make it far from free. But in terms of not exchanging money for it, sure. I would say it's a... Let me think. Since that only started recently... Like, I informally, the way it worked in the past is just every now and then I'd have, with like no warning, I would receive a box of stuff from Wizards, and sometimes there was product in it and sometimes it was swag, you know? Like, I never really knew what I was gonna get, and that's how it went for years. And it wasn't consistent. Like, I would get 3 or 4 of them a year, but I didn't know which sets I was getting them for and which ones I wasn't. And some of them, like I said, would have, you know, cards, and some of them would have a bunch of other stuff. So I don't know, man. I would say I am confident over 90% of my stuff I paid for. I would guess it's more like 96, 97% is what I believe I have paid for, honestly. Like, and yeah. Now I get some sweet prices, and you know, a lot of support from CoolStuffInc.com. It's not free. I work for it. I take a lot of my CoolStuffInc.com, like, I guess, payments and store credit. I work for it, but yeah. Or I've got so much product from them over the years, and They have a good program, and I use the promo code CGB5 to get another discount. And they have like a frequent buyer program that gets you more discounts on singles. And yeah, I make full use of all that, so that helps. So yeah, cool stuff. CoolStuffInc.com, where I probably bought a vast majority of my cards for the last several years. Yuriko, I played Yuriko for the first time on this trip. I don't think I've ever actually played Yuriko. I played against it so many times, but I've never played it myself. Always wanted to, but somebody else was always playing it, right? And it was Talia. I didn't bring any cards on this trip. That's a fun fact. I didn't want to carry them around Europe for a week before going to the convention. I didn't want to have to worry about them. So I brought no cards on my trip to a Magic convention. Amazing, right? Don't tell Wizards. Hashtag no longer sponsored. 3, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60. No, this should be 360. Did I miss something? Did I screw it up? 52. Oh God, I did. I screwed it up somewhere. Hold on. Stop the press. All right, 50, 33, 34. 34. 43. 52. Nope, that's not right. I screwed it up somewhere, guys. Anyway, I played Yuriko for the first time, and it was Talia's deck, Talia Vess, and it was fantastic. It was absolutely fantastic. All right, let's see where did I screw up? This is gonna be a hard one to find too. 316, 307, 16 should be 25, 34. 43, 52. Yep, I am off. I am off by one. Son of a bitch. Where did I screw this up? 89. 98. 80. 71. 62. 53. 44, 30, 44, 35. Well, crap, guys. I don't know where. I'm going to have to solve that problem later. The good news is this is not the final, binder. So I'll get to figure it out later. But the last one should be 360, because 360 card binder. So... yeah, the last one should definitely be 360. Yaga badge, thank you very much for the prime, appreciate that. So I'll figure it out later. It'll be fine. We're about to start our next binder anyway, so I'll just add these. And if I get to the one that's in the wrong spot, I'll just get it right on the next one. But that is one of the dangers of filling in a binder without a complete set. You get off by one, it gets really ugly. Oh wait, we got some, I forgot the Eldrazi go at the front. I absolutely forgot about the Eldrazi at the front. I think I have a Kozilek in here. Kozilek. Yep, somewhere. Anyway, Talia Vess. Talia Vess. Her decks are really good. Like her stuff was powerful. I borrowed some decks from Malone. Sorry to throw you under the bus, Malone. They got slapped around by Talia's decks. Gina and I each had a deck from Malone, and she like wiped the floor with us. I still appreciate him letting us borrow the decks, otherwise we couldn't play. Retro MTG, thank you for the tier 1. Missed one, must be jet lag, it's cool. Drug Wizard, love the Sonio decklist event video. Yeah, I am amazed how many people loved that video. Like, that video is my best performing video in weeks. And now I'm like having a like crisis in my mind of like, do people hate my decks and just love his? Ah! You know? They just love the involuntary crossover, maybe? I'll just have him build all my decks from now on. How much do you think I'd have to pay him to just build all my decks so I don't have to? Because honestly, that's kind of a soul-sucking activity and a stale standard anyway. I don't want him to build my decks once Eldraine comes out, but like for the next month, I think he'd just build my decks. Hire me as a voiceover. For me, it's if CGB is playing another creator's deck, it must be cool, so I click. Appreciate that. Well, thank you. I'm glad you guys enjoy. Everybody loves Simic. No, Simic on my channel usually does bad. That is a fact. Usually my Simic videos don't do well, so it was very surprising. It's still very surprising to me that people were up for that video. I thought that video would be like one of my worst videos, and it turned out to be one of my best in recent memory. Speaking of which, the Lord of the Rings series is breaking my heart. It's just not doing well at all. But the people who love it, love it. So I'm still going to finish it. I'm probably going to finish it only like on stream, or maybe I'll put like the broken down videos on Covert Go 2 or something like that. But I can't afford to put those on main anymore. Just not enough. No love. Not no love, but not enough love. Not enough love for my sweet historic brawl series that I was really hyped about. Champion's Helm. The LOTR hype went down. The LOTR hype, sadly, was never there on Arena. It's very much like a Commander hype. Maybe it was in Limited, but I wouldn't know much about Limited. 78, 79, 80. Nope, that's 400. My bad. What am I on? 75, 79, 82, 85, 88. Need under 388. But yeah, as far as the arena content goes, I don't know if just making like standard arena content anymore is going to be, if I can really specialize in that and expect it to go well with no rotation. I think that I keep trying to think about what the net result of this will be on Magic Arena and the audience, because that's obviously something that I should very much care about. Hits very close to me. And I think that people are going to start branching out into other formats. I would love if they all got into Brawl. They probably won't. They'll probably go in a bunch of different directions. Some will go to Pioneer, some will go to Historic. That seems to imply that I'm supposed to play a bunch of different formats, quite honestly. That I'm supposed to figure out how to do a bunch of different things within the Arena umbrella. Probably none of my videos will get the views they used to get by going this route, but I'll stay engaged with the most people over time. And I think either way, I'm going to take a pay cut, which is fine. I was overpaid to begin with. I think to stay engaged with the most fans, I think I'm supposed to do variety type content. I think and by that I don't necessarily mean other games, although I'm playing with that idea. I think I'm supposed to do a variety of MTG formats. So like in 10 days, there's a qualifier for Explorer format. So am I supposed to be figuring out how to play Explorer? That might be the best thing I could do for the content. Like, and then of course playing the events, even though I don't necessarily enjoy them, would probably be the best thing I could do for content. Yeah, I do have more stuff scheduled with Rarin in the future, playing around with the Hearthstone game. And maybe we'll do some live streaming of me trying to learn actual Hearthstone. Which God knows what will happen with that. Obviously, that's worked very well for Voxy. Really cool to see her Hearthstone content absolutely blow up on YouTube. And now she's also doing well on Twitch with it. I think Hearthstone, I've never played it. So in that way, it makes people who have never played it but have played a lot of card games and already have an audience, it becomes like a very interesting commodity that it's something other people know so well that we'd be experiencing for the first time. And I think Hearthstone is also going to go through like I think it's about to go through its first nostalgia phase of people who played Hearthstone, quit Hearthstone, but then, you know, life changes and they kind of miss it and they come back to Hearthstone, right? I think that phase is approaching for the game. Sonio, hello. Glad you're back. Are we gonna play today or are we gonna do this nonsense? We're just doing this nonsense today. Thanks for checking. Yeah, just this nonsense. You're welcome to yep, you're leaving. Yep. Off with you. I am too jet lagged today. And as I said when I first started the stream, but you know, a lot of people have joined since then, I have a very content creator problem of I have to open and sort all these cards, and if I don't, I'm about to get more and they're just gonna keep piling up. All right, 97 206 406, so we're under 406. Oh, there's 406. Yeah, I know. Don't mind me. I'll just tell you right now, I opened 2 Jeweled Lotuses, 1 foil. Do you buy older packs too? I'm always tempted. Like when I go to events and they have the older packs there, I think about it, but never pull the trigger. So the answer is technically no. I was trying to get Voxy to draft some, what was it, Legends with me. It was like 1,500 a pack or something. 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96. What? Yeah. No, there was a guy at Too Many Games who had alpha packs and he didn't have them on display. I was like, you're selling them? He's like, yeah. I'm like, he's like, you got 100 grand? He was selling alpha packs for 100 grand a pack. Or at least he claimed he was. I still never actually saw the pack. That seems wildly overpriced, question mark. I'm sorry, do you have some to sell cheaper? You got some handy? Do you wanna lower the price? You wanna move that price down for me? Because my understanding is this is a question of good old supply and demand. And I doubt you have supply. Kind of like the One Ring, right? Like, how much do you sell the One Ring for? As much as someone will pay. As much as the person with the most money that you can find who plays Magic would pay. Maybe the person doesn't even play Magic. Maybe. Money is funny that way. Plenty of people own stuff just to own stuff. Like I said, that always makes me uncomfortable. I very much want to get rid of it and get it to somebody who will love it. 407, 408, 409. So this is 412. So this is for 15, 16, 17. Oh, all right, got a foil. Mm-hmm. People getting LOTR products were not Magic players. I mean, that's the plan, right? That's what they hope. I'm sure that's why they spent some big bucks on getting the IP. Time for lands. We're getting there, guys. For 18, 21, 424. We got anything under 424? 424 or below? 422? 419? 424. Rejuvenating Springs. Lands are going to go fast. 421. Landscape. 23. Half. 420. Guys. Best printing of Command Tower yet. Card number 420 in the set. Just putting it out there, just so you guys know. Uh, 24, 25, 26, 27. 36. Wait, what? How are there that many more lands? A whole bunch of ones that start with T. Oh, it's the Thrive cycle. Sounds like some kind of a joke, actually. Yes, I subscribe to this app, the Thrive cycle. It's really changed my life. Was your trip great? Yeah. I would describe it as great. There was one thing in the trip that I would describe as not great. We got any people from New York here? JFK Airport has to be the worst place on earth. And the only airport experience I've had worse in my life was London, and it was because I was locked in there overnight, but you know, that's a whole other story. So it's hard to actually compare, like, as far as functioning as an airport, just a place to fly into, get to a connecting flight and fly out of. I've been to Heathrow, I've been to LAX. In my opinion, this is not close. JFK is the worst. in my personal experience, and not grading it on a scale of which one would you like to be locked in overnight, I have unbelievable how bad JFK is. I mean, what the? Oh my God. Just terrible. Just absolutely terrible. I don't even know where to begin. From the time I got off the plane to the time I got on my connection, I was in a combination of customs and or security for an hour and a half. And I was in the first class line. I was in the first class section. I have no idea how long it would have been otherwise. And that was to just go, and that was like customs and security to go from a flight to another flight, not to like leave the airport. It was miserable, just miserable. Never again. I will pay what I have to pay. I'm never connecting in that airport again. Shut up and take the money. Just keep me out of that airport. It wasn't like, there's the little things, right? You grade on a curve. It's not just the amount of time it takes you to go through the line. There are bad lines everywhere, right? It happens. It's the little things, like the sign says all gates. So it says like all passengers, all gates. You go up, you get in line. I'm like in line for like 10 minutes before somebody comes over and is like checking my boarding pass. Oh, no, not here, over there. You're in the wrong line. The sign says all passengers, all gates. Like how could I possibly be in the wrong line? What is there to misunderstand? Just a detail like that goes a long way to explaining why I am so tilted by that place. But that's the kind of thing that happens at JFK. And now I'm going to be a very American complainer. The only language I am good at is English. I had an easier time understanding the people in the European airports, and we went to airports in Germany, Switzerland, France, and Spain. We flew into and or out of airports in all of those countries. Why were they better at communicating information than the people working at JFK? Like, a lot of them didn't even, like, English is like their fourth hobby language, and they could inform me of really simple things. Anyway, JFK, just don't. And to be clear, I'm also going to give the people there like a pass. It was definitely more about the system they were in. The things they had to explain did not make sense, just did not make sense. Was this your first time at JFK? It was my first time at JFK. I've been to LAX, some of the other airports you guys mentioned I've been to a ton of times, but this was my first JFK experience. I've been avoiding it for most of my life because of exactly the things I'm here bitching about now. All right, 447, 36, 39, 42, 45, 46, 47, 48. What do we think of these mountains, though? Pretty, right? or a mountain. Also, like, the people who were actually trying to help me were also trying to sell me Clear. Do you guys know what Clear is? CLEAR at the airport. Something where like they take my fingerprint and like picture of my eyeball and I pay a certain amount and I get to skip security all the time. They were trying to sell me that. So the person who I finally found to help me get to the right spot that I needed to be in the airport was like, he was like trying to take me over there, but he was also trying to sell me on Clear, like aggressive, like really trying to sell me. At this point, I've been awake for like 24 hours. I'm jet lagged as hell. Like, talk about the worst possible job. Like, you could offer me $1 million, I might tell you to fuck off. Like, because I'm just that tired. Imagine trying to sell somebody some complicated like security clearance thing that comes with a monthly fee when they're in that state. Like, what a terrible job to have to do. There is included in some Amex cards. I'm pretty sure I have it anyway. This was just my first like real international travel in a long time, so I haven't even bothered to pay close attention to it. I think I want a little collection of these basics in foil. They're really pretty. I think I could definitely see myself doing multiple decks in these. 37, so it's here. Yeah. TSA pre-check is the best. The problem I have, and I'm still thinking about doing it, I'm still thinking about doing pre-check. The problem I have with it, my airport is the airport in Traverse City, Michigan that I fly out of, that I start every single trip with, is so easy. Like, it is the ultimate airport easy mode. There's a TSA pre-check line. This is nobody in it ever. In fact, there's usually like 3 people in line max at any point. So every trip starts with me having no line issues of any kind. It's just on the way back that I may or may not have a problem. And anytime I'm flying Delta, I go like straight to the front of the line because I'm first class. So the idea of TSA pre-check has always been kind of like, I don't think I need that. So if somebody still wants to try to sell me on it, if I'm missing something, please let me know. But it's so rarely actually an issue that I haven't bothered. For those of you Delta flyers, I got my platinum medallion. Go over it, go fancy. Do you have a Delta Amex? Yeah, I have the top Delta Amex. I'm getting close to Delta Mythic status. Not quite Mythic yet, but working on it. I might hit it this year. It's going to be close. I think a lot depends on whether or not I go to Dragon Con in Atlanta. Mm-hmm. The other thing is, does my wife have to get it? Like, if I travel with my wife, she has to get her own like pre-check and all global entry and all this stuff done, right? See, I have no idea what event she's going to go to, and I have no idea, you know, which events she's not going to. Like, we're figuring it out all, like she just looks at the event, looks at where it is, looks at the location, looks at who's going, decides whether or not to go. So if I have to get her all this stuff too, it might not be worth it. I don't know, man. Sounds extra complicated, and I've got a lot of sweet perks already. So the problem I'm solving isn't a problem that I feel like I need to solve right now. I'm sure you guys would agree that I already have it really good. Like, I'm already killing it on this stuff, so I can probably chill. All right, are we putting away the full arts? Neurons 451. What order does this all go? It's a rainy day here. It's so nice. It was so hot in Barcelona. I love the weather in France and Barcelona. I'm just, you know, once you've had it for a week or two, you're kind of over it. And now it's like 60s and rainy here. And I'm just like, ah, oh, it's so nice. So nice. Now I'm just seeing where the numbers pick up. Why is my camera goofy? Get in the corner, CGB. Why are you taking up some weird space? Yeah. Yeah, well, let's see where the numbers pick up once we get past the initial set. Sorry if this is making you dizzy. It's making me dizzy too. All right, so we get to, what is that, 421? And then what do we have? Where is 451? All right, where is 452? What number is this? Or 68. So see, there's a hole there. So what actually comes next? Where's 452? These are the 700s, Commander Masters cards. These are the 700s, the Commander Masters Precon reprints. So borderless, what are you? 622. All right. Still need 452. $744, way off. Is it these? It's etched. Etched. If you are a premium member to an airline, it should be easy to get a +1. No, dude, I couldn't get a +1 to the official Magic the Gathering party with Wooden Wisdom featuring Elijah Wood DJing. Telling me Delta's just gonna hand me a +1/+1 because I'm the one invested one. I couldn't get one from a Wizards Run event. Shout out to Genesis and Philippa, who hooked my wife up with access to the party. I do not have enough of these etched cards, I think, to fill this in well. Not at all. Got a land tax here. Right. 52, 53, 4, 57, 60, 63, 64. Land tax. Let's go. But man, this is going to be hard to place because I just don't have enough of these cards. So I think the right thing to do is just keep making a pile of these babies. I'll lay them out for you. I'm not going to binder them right now. I think the best thing to do is just make a pile of them though, and then sort them later. Let's see. I'm on the wrong thing. There we go. So like these are my like etched in fancies. Like, just show them off for a bit. Kitty. Got a few tastes. I think I got a foil taste actually. Oh, there's a foil helm. I've never seen that card actually played though, so I'm not even sure if I'm supposed to be excited about it. There's a foily borderless Omnath. And there's a nice Vandal Blast for you. Send him back to the Stone Age. Looting. I'm a limited player. Sometimes I feel I should try standard. What should I build? I think I like Dimir the most. I'll Mono black, I wouldn't go into Dimir because you have to get lands. So I would either do mono black or mono blue. If you like counters and tempo, go mono blue. If you like kind of some kind of mid-range, maybe a little aggressive or control, mono black does a lot. Got this Undergrowth Stadium, eh? This camera setup is better. Well, thanks, I guess. This one had much less effort put into it. So, keeping it simple. Look at that, Tesa. I literally just made this on screen, on stream at the start. Cool Arachnogenesis. All right, I'm just gonna make a pile of these as we open the draft boosters, and I'll sort these at a later date. Well, maybe I'll sort them later. It might be on stream, it might not be. Start adding them to binders as well. I also have to binder my precons. So for the precons, if I really like the precons, I will buy a whole set of the decks, and then I'll buy another whole set of the decks. One whole set I will take apart and binder as like the set. You know, this is the Commander Masters precon set or commander set, because a lot of sets now come with precons and a set associated with them. And the others I'll build kind of decks around and keep around. For this one, I got sent the 4 precons by Wizards of the Coast for the Worst Possible Commander show. So thank you to them. So I only have to buy one set. All right, let's get the packs. All that's left are the draft boosters. So to you draft lovers, you want to theorize about what the pack one, pick one should be. Over here, we'll have our little bulky pile. Over here, we'll have our like cards I'm going to just sort and put into my like where I build decks from, my casual decks. And then we're going to be trying to figure out which of these go into our binder. Oh wait, trash. Tell me you love Magic without telling me you love Magic. Giant boxes in my office specifically for wrappers. Tokens are like a special kind of bulk, aren't they? In fact, let's get this here and this here. And, well, I don't believe I have a foil Return to Dust, so that's going to go into the binder. Don't believe I got a Disrupt Decorum. I definitely got a Zetalpa. I guess I also need like a bulk rare pile of stuff I already have. Ah! I already have you, and you, and you, and you. Any new cards? Any new to me cards? All right, it's already become obvious the bulk pile needs be closest to me. All the stuff I'm giving away. Well, I've done a good job. I can tell. I've already got most of these. This I will keep. Can't have enough Faithless Lootings in your collection. I don't think I have a Witching Well. Just hanging around. I might not have this. Rapacious One? I definitely have Nightblades. I have Nightblades for days. I have Glitters for days. Drown in Sorrow. I don't remember a Drown in Sorrow. But yeah, these are the ones that might go in the binder. Zetalpa and DD P1, P2. Oh yeah, you get 2 picks from a pack in draft here, don't you? Anybody pick a treasure first? Spectral Searchlight foil, I definitely need that. Predation, I already have one, but that's definitely a card I'll keep more copies of. They go in so many decks. Wandering Knight, attach all equipment to it. Yay for equipment. Equipment good and limited. I don't remember if I have the Moon Kraken. I can't for the life of me remember if I have the Moon Kraken or not. I know I have Anafenza. I know I have a Shimmer Mirror. I know I have a million Eternal Witnesses. Oracle. Judge. I think I'll keep a Judge. Squire. 5 mana 3/3. Will the council enters the battlefield starting with you? Each player votes. I usually stop reading right about then, to be honest. For an artifact enchantment creature in your graveyard, return the one with the most votes or tied to the most votes to your hand. I don't know if I can't remember if I actually have this card already or not. Anafenza is an easy pick one. Titan, you a drafter now? Am I losing you to draft? Do I need to make draft videos? This is what I mean, right? Everybody's branching out because standard is going to be so stale for so long. Nothing wrong with drafting. And I am thinking about it. Like, I've been thinking about doing draft videos. I just have a feeling that based on like Legends draft videos, when he does a draft video, they seem to take quite the dip. I actually love this card. Ever since Magic Duels, I love Carrier Thrall. Draft is superior. You shut the front door. Oh, that's busted. That's a good card. I wish it were the foil. Hannah. Did need Hannah. Don't need Isareth. And I don't need Tetsuko. Don't need Gormand. Another Soul Ring. Borderless Return to Dust. Very cool card, Reality Shift. I'll definitely keep that around. Don't need this. Borderless Reach. Kodama's Reach is everywhere in this set too. Just seems non-stop. That was a giant. You'd love to see me drafting? Yeah, the name of every video would be, I don't draft, but this is me drafting, or something like that. What do you do with your bulk? Usually give it away. Foil Demon Disciple. We needed that one. It's always the foil that I'm looking at the hardest. Like, ooh, is that another one that I need? I already have a foil one of these, but I mean, not a bad card to just have around. Padeem. Don't think I have a Padeem. I definitely have a Turtle. And a Fiend Lash. And a Victimize. Can't get enough Vandal Blast. Every red deck should probably run one. You have Crawling. Can't have enough Elvish Mystics in your collection. Don't remember if I have a Campfire yet or not. I think I still have like 5 draft tokens just sitting in my collection. Where'd my token pile go? There you go. Whisper. Whisper's cool. I did need this foil. I have a few of these briberies now. But fun card. Can't really get too many. Sai? Don't remember Sai. Definitely don't remember a Captain. I definitely have Judith and Signet. Don't know if I have a Heartless Act. I don't think I have a Murder of Crows. It's a cool Reliquary Tower. Can't get enough Fierce Empaths. Every green deck probably runs that. Any Magic player that wants to go pro has to learn to draft. That is true. You are not wrong. It's hard for me to hang out with pros and watch pro tours without wanting to go pro again. I was in the lobby of the hotel. I just went down there, and a Commander game was going to start soon, and we were waiting for it was Talia. We were waiting for Talia to join us, and I just sat down with or near, I should say, not at the table with, but near Huey Jensen, LSV, Reed Duke, and Gabriel Nassif. Just sitting at a table talking, and they were all like, they all like immediately like were asking me like how my week, like they were talking to me about my weekend or something. They were listening to me talk about my weekend. I said something to Huey. I said to Huey, don't let me interrupt you. I'm just waiting to start playing some casual Magic. He's like, you're not a casual. I'm like, he explained, he's like, he doesn't think of people as competitive and casual. He thinks of them as casual or engaged. And he says, he said he thinks I'm very engaged. I'm like, yeah, I will accept. I will accept that. Foil Path, we needed it. Ooh, look at, oh damn, look at this pack. Didn't you win like a regional championship at some point? Yeah, I did. I had my Pro Tour, my Pro Tour qualifier, my regional championships, US championships. I had, you know, that there was a time. Somebody tell Voxy I got her favorite card here. We need a Rune Eyes. Do not need a Final Parting. Do not need a Loyal Apprentice, but I'll keep one for my other decks. Do not need a Priest or a Plots or a Piper. Might need a Pilferer for some other decks. Might need a Flicker. I feel like I have enough generous gifts, but white is the color I use the most, so I'll keep it. But yeah, if you can imagine just sitting down somewhere near Huey Jensen, Luis Scott Vargas, Reed Duke, and Gabriel Nassif, and having them stop whatever conversation they were having to talk to me, like it hit me like a wave of like, oh my, like what is happening? Like it just freaked me out on the inside, and I'm trying to be all cool, like, yeah. Hey guys, how was your whole pro thing? I signed a bunch of autographs. How was your weekend? It's just so cringe. I'm so awkward around the pros, man. I asked LSV, I asked him about how the content thing's going, because he's trying the daily content thing. So if you've seen his YouTube channel and his streams, he's doing like draft content daily. And he did say that my video got stuck in his head, and that now he's giving it a real shot. So. And by that I mean my video about how much money I make, which is what every pro actually knows me for. They've never watched me play in their life, but they know about that video. Ooh, nice. Oh yeah, can't get enough of these, right? Need one for every white deck. Can't remember if I have this already. I don't think I do. Definitely don't have this already. This was a rare back in my day. Was this Mirage or something? Big deal to get that stupid card. I think I have this card already. Yeah. Gina likes Thought Vessel in every deck. She loves having no max hand size. She hates deciding what to discard. It's like her grr. I'm sure that's a vibe some of you can relate to. I've always said, like, anybody who asks whenever this subject comes up, in my opinion, there are a bunch of pros. Like anybody who is a serious, competitive, consistent pro who would have been willing to like work on presentation and maybe take an acting class or something, they should have had my job. They should have absolutely crushed me, taken the whole audience. I definitely don't deserve it. How long were you making daily YouTube videos before you were making enough to quit your day job? I think like 3 years. It was at least 2. I think it was 3. But I mean, we're going back into the Magic Duels days to be, if we're getting that answer. So. Yeah, Magic Duels, I know. I finally deleted it from my iPad. On this trip, I deleted Magic Duels from my iPad. I could still power it up and play it, but it drained the battery so fast. Like, it sucked the battery right out. Like, still not an optimized game. It just sucked the battery to death. So I finally deleted it, because if I played it, the iPad would literally start overheating. And this is a new iPad. This iPad is less than a year old. So I finally deleted it. I still have it on Steam though. Oh, needed that foil crash. Ooh, Grave Fact. Mystic Confluence. Jorail. Rix. Did not need this, but I'll keep it. Don't think I have this yet. Maybe I'll keep an extra Murmuring Mystic. I've had plenty of like those Spell Slinger decks where I kind of wish I had one. I remember the Why Duels stream. You do? Why Duels though? I think Arena was down that day. I'm still very upset that they dropped Duels before Hour of Devastation. Me too. Me too. You know, every time this is true. Every time Wizards promises anything, anytime they say like, you know, our roadmap for Magic Arena over the next 2 years is this and this, the first thing that pops in my mind is Duels was supposed to be a 5-year platform and it made it 3. That's the first thing in my mind. I'm never going to be over it. And it is what it is. I'm not still angry, I guess, about it, but a corporate promise is a corporate promise, guys. Anafenza, Foily, nice. Another first pick, I'm sure. Nesting Dragon, don't think I had that. Wretched Confluence, don't think I had that. I definitely have a Queen Marchesa. So I'll put that over here, along with Suruk. I have like 2 Slimefoots already. Don't need more Blaze. Don't know if I have a Scourge. Don't know if I have this. Can't get enough Mystics. My wife has an appetite for green decks. She must be fed. Dude, when are they gonna finish Magic Legends? So promising. Any day now, I'm sure they're gonna bring it back. And then we'll get back Danny T. Law and Croakies, and we'll throw down. Got a foil drown, that's nice. Divergent Transformations, huh? It's a nice one for the Polymorph deck. I already have an Augury, but I do need more. I already have a Yuriko, but can't hurt to have more. Habrax, first one. Already have a Sunmane Familiar. Already have a Pathrazor. Got a Wrath. My first claim. This is the first Sky Shroud claim I've owned. Good card. Can't wait to use it. I've watched other people Sky Shroud claim me a lot. Pull anything goated? Foil Jeweled Lotus. I didn't pull it today, but it's the best thing I've opened. I've opened 2 Jeweled Lotuses. YouTube, don't deliver your content to me anymore. I mean, I don't know what your YouTube experience is, generally speaking, if you watch it, like if you seek it out and watch it every day, it will be on your like home screen. And if you don't, you can still go to the sub feed and you should see it if your sub feed is small. If you have hundreds of subscriptions, YouTube will like figure out which ones you actually watch and put those at the top and then not show you the others because you're subscribed to them, but you're not watching them. So all you have to do is like turn on notifications and make sure you watch, and YouTube should do the rest. Yeah, if you sub, you should, if you sub, it's not, but don't watch, yeah, it'll drop off your radar. But if you watch, whether you sub or not, it should show up. Will you upload in a higher res? Not exactly the plan. I don't think there's a big audience for that. I'm sure there's a couple, but I think that's a pretty niche request. Unia Tatiova. Don't know if I already have a Warmonger, so we'll find out. I think that's my first Meteor Golem from this set. You play at 1080p. I mean, yeah, like all the videos should be in 1080p. If they're not, there's something off with, there's something off on your end if they're not. If you want 4K, like I don't, we upload the worst possible in 4K because we believe it's a show that's, you know, more rare and designed for possible like family or a group could get together and watch it. But I mean, I don't see a market for that with the individual daily videos. The daily videos, let's be honest, they are disposable. Like you watch one, you probably if you watch the next day, you probably already forgotten what the you know, what each day was. So the idea of putting more work in them to make them like 4K and stuff does seem a little excessive for something most people are going to forget within 24 hours. Do I play at 1080p? I play at a higher resolution than that. I'm on an ultra wide monitor. I forget what the resolution I play at is. It's scale. I scale it to 1080p. Oh, we got the foil. Ah. Ooh. Paladin, love it. Kaikar, love it. Amza, Danitha, million of them. Hawk, sure. This is my first Exsanguinate. I've played, I've had Torment of Hailfire for a long time, but this is my first Exsanguinate for the Go Big Black deck. What percentage of your videos watch the whole video? Like under 30. I think I got a foil Return to Dust. Yeah, less than 30 actually finish a given video. But anyway, shout out to those who finish videos. Y'all are legends. Imagine finishing videos in 2023. Watching in 2x is totally fine. Did I need a Fiend Lash in foil? Probably. Avatar of Slaughter. My second Heartless Hitsugu. My like fourth Yahenni. Tyrant of the Cliffs. Okay. You've got millions of paths to exile, but you never know when you'll need more. Got Body Double. Don't think I have the Dark Steel from this set. The washer's beeping at me. I'll be right back. Never mind, it's not actually done. It's not actually done. It's just messing with me. We got an issue at our house with water pressure. Water pressure is just super low. So we're getting a whole bunch of new stuff installed, I think tomorrow. But it's making our washer do weird things because it's not getting enough water. Homeownership sucks. Don't do it. Live in parents' basement. Your partner will find it hot. Predatory rampage. What my puppy does when we get out a tennis ball. Ooh. More Rolex, please. Got a lot of braids. Actually, have I been keeping the rares over here? I don't think I have. Tell me I'm not throwing rares in my bulk pile. Talking too much. Oh, Yahenni's an uncommon now. Okay, maybe they are uncommon. The stuff I'm throwing over here. Yeah, I think they are. Alaru. I can't remember if I have an Alaru. I'm sure I have a Valdruk. I have an Augur. I can't remember. I don't think I have a skeleton. This card, Hoarding Dragon, I'm actually excited to play this card because it gets the One Ring. That seems pretty exciting to me. Do they see it? When it enters the battlefield, search for an artifact card, exile it, then shuffle. They do see it. Exiles face up unless it says otherwise. Actually, I'll keep a Haunted Cloak. That seems like a card Gina would like. You remember seeing a Corpse Augur? You bet your life on it? Would you bet? Would you bet your subscription on it? Would you bet a ban on it? Nice. Oh, I like that. Oh, I really like that. That's my jam right there. Where's the other Kaikar I got? Where'd you go? Where'd you go, birdie? There you are. Go live over here. Woo! I didn't know this was in the set. Boom shakalaka. Pick one, pick two. Do I need to look at any more? Hello. I've got a Miri. I've got a Tagum. I've got the Ghost. The Suit, the Rogue. Don't think I need more Rampages. I think one's enough. Sunblade Angel. I don't remember this. I might have it. I might not. Blade, I'm not sure either. Read the Bones. Okay. Oh, Pilgrim. I think there was another Pilgrim down here. You're still rare? Yeah, you are still rare. Righteous Confluence. For some reason, I think I had one of these. I'm not sure. Duretti! Kind of excited to play a little Duretti, maybe. Another, like, thing with the One Ring. Like, One Ring decks. Let's go. Caretaker. New... I could have a backup Bastion. Always need backup Loyal Guardians. Gina loves that card. Don't think I have a Fencing Ace. Where is the Lotus? The Lotus is in the in my binder. Nice and safe. The Predator. I think I already opened a Predator. 90% I already opened a Predator. Ooh! Always need more of these. Another Gina card. Stitcher. I feel like I have a Stitcher, but I'm going to put it here just in case. I definitely have Gonti. I'll keep it around. I don't think I have Melek. I have a Monger. I remember the Monger. Don't think I have a Hunter's Insight. Too bad you didn't get the 1 ring. Yeah, well. That's really on you guys. If you guys had all like tier 3 mega level simped me for like a decade, maybe I could have afforded it. So kind of on you, to be honest. That's the way I see it. Got this already. Magus of the Wheel, I have that already. I have this Kraken already. Got the Gliss already. This is not a good pack for me. I've got this already. Got the Tashar already. All right, Extinguish All Hope. I don't think I've seen that. Haven't seen this Stormkill Artist. Haven't seen this Portal Mage. Need to keep all my Fierces. Otter, Cauldron, Vizier? Can't remember if I have a Vizier. I think I do, but you gotta be sure. You hate to miss them. Dread Drone. I feel like I have this too, but I gotta be sure. How do you choose the thieves avatars for your videos? I don't. Pretty sure I just leave it on a default one. And if I ever switch them, I really don't know. Like I guess I just had some feeling at the time, but I do not pick them deck by deck. I do not have enough extra brain cells for that. Decree of Pain. Monster. I keep Azada around. Maybe I should keep Azada around. That also seems like a Gina deck. Don't remember Rise from the Tides. Definitely keep all the Sky Shroud claims. I love that it's at common too. That card I kept looking at like, I don't want to spend that much on that card, and then they just never, it felt like they were never going to reprint it. They finally did. They finally did. Foil Frantic Search. I think I needed it. Ooh, Toxic. Avacyn. Don't need the Squee. I'll keep one. Don't need the Ancient. Stormkiln. Always need Greaves. Another Gina card. Jailers, pretty good. I am drowning in a bunch of those staples now. What's the logic of the card piles? Makes sense to my small brain, that's what. Bulk. Cards I'm gonna just keep around to build decks with. Rares I'm not currently need, so I'll just check them later to see the price and see if I sell them. Cards I do need to complete the collection. Full art stuff that goes later in the binder, but I haven't decided exactly what I'm doing with them. Where can I get the playmat Shay was you? I don't know. Thanks. Thank you for chatting, but I don't have any idea where their stuff comes from. You'll have to ask Shay. Brass Knuckles in foil, I think I needed. Idle. Didn't need the Maelstrom, but I'll keep it. I think I needed a Kiri. Can't remember if I need Kemba or not. Don't need you, don't need you. I might as well keep all the intangible virtues. That's a Gina card too. Okay. That's the box. Woot woot. Go bulk pile. Where does the bulk pile go? The Lantern, the LGS, they give me these like boxes, and I just fill them up with my bulk and bring them into them, and they give them to, they build decks for kids who come in the store to play. They give them away to local Magic clubs. They do whatever they do with them. They help me manage all that. Who's your favorite commander from this set, CGB? I don't know. I really don't know. You guys are gonna have to help me pick one for worst possible at some point. I don't know if we're gonna do that right away, but at some point, you guys are gonna have to help me out with that. Aside from the stuff you saw me throw in the binder, here's some nonsense I opened in the set boosters. I got from the list. You know, that's one of the fun things about the set boosters is the list. So I got like a Verdant Force, more Gina cards, Selvala, another Jeweled Lotus, this one not foil, Gina card, Witch Engine? Witch Engine? Disengine. Weird card. Thing from the Deep? Like, what the hell is this? Looks like it's from like a starter deck or something. Summon creature. I got like 3 Cyclonic Rifts, so my blue decks will never be lacking. So that's fun. All right. I think we're still gonna hold off on putting away like our full arts and things like that until I get my next set of collector boosters, which are coming from Cool Stuff probably Monday. Just gonna store those from now in one of these little containers. We have to put away our regular frames in the binders we were already working on, and we have to sleeve them. So let's get to work. Is it you? No, it's you. I could probably sort them to make this quicker, but who wants to make it quicker? You guys want me to be here forever, right? streamer always be online. Happy audience. So 3:35, right there. Welcome home, Akiri. Avacyn. I know the Hell Vault is killing you. Oh, Avacyn. Bum bum ba-da-dum ba-da-dum new toxic deluge na-na-na new. How many songs can he come up with while putting away cards? Frantic search. Already got one here, but it's not foil. And that's, of course, the long goal. Foil it out completely. Any signature art cards? Yeah. Do you actually want those? Because I've never found anybody who assigned any value to them, so I throw them away. Because I haven't been able to find anyone who will take them. You got me hooked on Celine Dion's It's All Coming Back to Me Now when you did the Yorion rendition in an Explorer video. So you hadn't heard the song before and now you're just a freaking fiend for it? Is that what you're telling me? Now you just wake up singing Celine? You're just trying to get me to sing Celine Dion right now. I won't do it. Not appropriate timing. Foil upgrade, woot woot. You're going to throw away any cards, including tokens. I can take them. Let me know where to send the shipping money and info. See, that's what I was talking about, though. That's why people were telling me that I should do Whatnot. I could just take, you know, just start some low bids at like $1 plus shipping and, you know, find homes for this stuff. Found you through YouTube content. I'm new to Paper Magic. Pick opening phase. Pack maybe? Past the pack opening phase. Now in the buying singles phase. Well, welcome, welcome. I hope you have fun. I would recommend buying singles to a lot of people. Either you're the type of person who likes opening the pack or you're not. It's okay. Either one works. I think that buying singles is a better economic choice, especially for Commander. Since there's only a handful of cards in every set that are going to meet exactly the decks you want to build. Righteous Confluence. There it is. We got another. I buy the packs because I'm going to collect the full set anyway. And I have stupid amounts of money to burn. And in some cases, I'm sent the packs, like these packs specifically. Do not try to live your Magic life exactly the way I do. I am reckless. I want to build a Grixis or Esper Artifacts EDH deck. Any commander recommendations, chat? You don't want mine? Edge? Well, fine. Go about your business. Go about your business. It's fine. Just ignore it in my own chat. Or Sigibi. Sigibi. Are you trying to say CGB? Do you even know my name, Fat Daddy Dingle? Do you even know my name? Artifacts. I think the Urza from the Precon is a really good one, the Esper Urza, but I think what I liked even more than that Urza was Tivit from Streets of New Capenna Commander. I really like that deck. Unfortunately, I don't know if you'll ever see me play it. I'm sure you will someday. I'm sure I'll put it back together someday. I played it for an episode of Elder Dragon Hijinks that was lost to the great vortex of lost content with some kind of audio issue, so it could never be released. But yeah, I really like my Tivit deck, and it's a good commander because it can scale up to if you ever get into CDH or competitive, like the power level super scalable. It can go from like pre-con level all the way up to competitive, depending on how you build it and your experience with it. I do not encourage Soundwave. I think Soundwave is a weird, complicated card, very hard to play, very hard to use, very hard to make a good deck around, and not a transferable set of skills. It's just a weird card, and once you've like played it and you're done playing it, now you need a new deck that's totally different. So Soundwave is not a recommendation of mine. Tivit, Tivit, Tivit. Mono red commander of choice. Prisgoria seems really cool. Like that's one I might actually play, but Derevi is another one. Like I want to do Derevi One Ring nonsense. So I've been thinking about doing Derevi. Contrary to popular belief, I'll have you guys know, I think about building mono red decks all the time. I also build mono red decks for the show. I built Ben's Urabrask deck that he won the first Praetor Showdown with. That was mine. I have opinions about Slicer. Slicer is so not my style. I haven't played it, haven't played with it. Yeah, I don't have any experience with Slicer. It's a very weird card and weird deck. What is your favorite Transformer? I guess I'm Team Galvatron. just let's just let the world burn. Destroy it all. This world is sick and there's one solution, and it's Galvatron. Avatar of Slaughter. Oh, not what you expected. Was that too red of an answer? Anybody have secret layers, like Universes Beyond Secret Layer, that they really like? Oops, already had one of these. My bad. It's always a mixed bag with the secret layers on whether or not I'm just going to get a bunch of people complaining about secret layers. So I'm trying to think of like the Universes Beyond Secret Layer that everybody likes. Like I want to do a Walking Dead Halloween episode and things like that, but people always get so kind of like Alchemy, but it's died off a little. I definitely plan to make Doctor Who content. Those Doctor Who cards look pretty sweet to me. I don't know if we've got any Whovian fans, like hardcore Whovian fans. Thoughts on Pauper? Yeah, nah. I paid a lot of money for my cards, including the ones that got gifted to me, so I want to use them. It's an interesting constraint to go by budget. I just find it depressing. I'd rather that people who don't, I'm going to say the P word. I'd rather that people who don't have the cards proxy them and not call it budget than building with a budgetary constraint. For my personal preference of how to play the game. Because I don't like looking at a card and being like, oh, but I can't play that because of budget. I want to play the cards, whatever cards I have. If I have it, I want to play it. I've told this story on stream before, but I'm sure some people here haven't heard it. Like if you watch the Worst Possible Commander show, when Blake and Shay and Ben play dual lands, they're proxies that I gave them. I gave them all nicely made proxy sets of dual lands for Christmas. Was it last year or the year before? I'm going to guess last year. Because I really got annoyed by the comments often saying, well, this deck is like this many dollars versus this deck. And like, honestly, whether or not you have the dual lands doesn't really matter. Like I haven't played, a lot of my decks haven't had dual lands like since the beginning of the year. I just cut them and I let everybody else play them, and I didn't play them just to see if it would make a difference, and it doesn't really make a difference. But like price is just something it's always a bizarre thing that just takes people out of it, and even when it shouldn't, over things like dual lands that don't actually change much about your deck. So it's kind of weird. Oh, I do have a Meteor Golem in here. All right, don't need that. You played decks that are 100% proxies. Jesus. I mean, that's going pretty hard. I at least like collecting to some extent. If you can turn off that side of your brain, then, you know, do what you gotta do. Looks like the collection is close to complete. It's doing okay. I mean, it's a big set. You're only seeing about, you're seeing a 360 card binder, but I think there's over 1,000 cards in this set. So once we get into like the rares and stuff, it's a lot harder. Or the arts. Are you ordering these by card number? I am. How many packs did I open? I was sent by Wizards. What you're seeing here is from the part from Wizards. They sent me a box of collector boosters, a box of draft boosters, and a box of set boosters. As part of my participation in the MTG Ambassador Program, #sponsored. I've definitely taken to play testing and like testing with the shuffling thing on Moxfield, like using Moxfield to kind of simulate early turns and hands and things like that with my EDH decks before I build them. In some cases, I don't own all the cards and I'm seeing how they do. That's pretty handy. I've also seen YouTube shows where the entire show like is Mox Field simulated. Like, wow. If I weren't like opposed to MTGO style, like clicking through absolutely everything at all times, that seems like a really cheap way to do it. Oh, all right, I have this one about the Scourge. Do you know commandersulch.com? I don't. The Commander websites I use, Moxfield, of course. They also sponsor my YouTube channel, so big shout out to them. And I was really excited to get sponsored by them. And I use EDH Rec a lot. That's about it for Commander, like for that kind of thing. Tooth and Nail. I was in US Nationals the year that Tooth and Nail was a popular standard card. I don't know if that's I didn't play Tooth and Nail, but Tooth and Nail was the deck to beat, and I played a lot of decks that were anti Tooth and Nail, including a mono green deck with 4 Plow Unders main. I spent that regional championship and nationals just plowing the got it Tooth and Nail. Plowing them under, baby. Plow them all the way. I plowed Tooth like it was my job for about a year. You're welcome. Got our foil Crash. The only Crash of Rhino Beetles I think I'll ever need. Spite Bellows. Do I have a Spite Bellows? I do, and I have a foil one. I don't need this one. TGB on Mono Green. Look, it was a different time. Mono Green was a legit good-ish control deck in that format, and there were no good control decks in that format at the time. So like I was playing a mono green deck that really wanted to go turn 1 Bird of Paradise, turn 2 Sword of Fire and Ice, and then equip the sword and just start pinging the opponent's creatures and drawing cards. That was your sweet game plan. And if the next turn you cast a Plow Under and just set them back, like time walk them 2 turns. Yep, that was the bomb. And by the way, this deck also, its big move was Beacon of Creation, which made a whole bunch of saplings for each forest you controlled and shuffled itself back into the library. And Sensei's Divining Top was in that deck. So you got card selection from the top. You got the endless win con, the endless recursive win con from the Beacon. And trust me, I played some long games. Now, the true control deck of that format would emerge kind of in the middle of me playing this green deck, which I had already bought and didn't have a lot of money to spend on a lot of decks back then. I was a newly married man trying to get his start in the professional world, fresh out of college, man, taking on the system. And I didn't have a lot of money for cards. So the deck that came out that was really sweet was Mono Blue Tron. Tron in standard. This was post Affinity because Affinity got banned. Like Affinity got the full ban hammer. So this was like the standard that surfaced after, like, at the time, the biggest bans in standard history. But yeah, Mono Blue Tron, Oblivion Stones, Mind Slaver, take control of the opponent's turn. Yeah, Repeal. Oh. Nasty. Nasty magic. No, back then, Arcbound Ravager for 20, like before Affinity got banned, Arcbound Ravager for $25? You kidding? Working boy can't afford that. My salary for the first like real job, unquote, that I got coming out of college, by the way, kids, go to college. It pays off. Was what did I make? 18,000 a year? Yeah, that's right. 18K a year, which US, that's like about half the average. About half the average income. Woo! No, nobody can afford Arcbound Ravagers. $25 Arcbound Ravager on that salary. You kidding me? I'm glad I didn't buy them because they got banned. Also, probably the reason I played nationals, regionals, and nationals that year by registering 24 basic forests. Today's cards are so much more expensive though. Yeah, well, seen inflation? See what people get paid? I could have made like, versus the job I got doing management, of course. In management, I could have made twice as much doing fast food today in my hometown. That's how it works. The also thing though is you also have to remember back then, like, you're playing standard. Standard was the format. It's the most important format. So if an Arcbound Ravager is $25, you don't need one Ravager. You need 4. So it's like $100, right? And now you, like, if you're playing Commander, you need 1 Meat Hook or 1 Sheoldred, and then you're just done. And you can actually play it forever. Unless it gets banned in Commander somehow. 106, 107, 108, 109. Oh! I found the spot where we messed up and it was in blue. Oh god, it's early. It is very early. Oh, that's rough. All right, so this is supposed to be 109 and it's actually 110. So I'm just gonna have to leave this here. I found our screw up spot. Oops. That was really early in the binder. Ever try to use a keyboard upside down? Freaking hard. You know, for life skills, guys. sponsor DMing me on Discord, the contents of the message, you. That's it. The word you. Full stop. I don't know whether or not to be worried. Like, what comes? Come on, don't leave me hanging. Finish your thought. You what? You suck. You are God's gift to Magic the Gathering. You're cool. It's a mystery. I can't afford paper cards right now. I understand. I've been there many times. I've sold my whole collection 3 times at various points in my life. Needed the money for something else. Hopefully this time I get to keep all this sweet stuff. But you never know. You never know. And you gotta, guys, you gotta be okay with that. You don't have to know. What's at the back here? Is Arcane Signet back here? I think it is. Nope. It ends with Bear Claw. Tuya. Ends with Tuya Bear Claw. It ends with 360. That's how I know which ones have to go in the next binder. I thought about selling mine a few times, but so much work. Yeah, I feel that too. Feel that too. How much are Genesis Ultimatum worth? I don't know. Mine's a full art foil. Somebody put in price Genesis Ultimatum in the chat. I have a full art foil one, but I don't think I remember it being worth a lot. I would guess not too much. Like, where is it played right now? Nothing, right? Can't think of a deck that uses it. Sounds like a bulker. Sounds like a bulk card. Got some Portal Mage. Yeah, we got a Portal Mage. And the answer is $1.11. You are on your way. You invest that, you might have something in 40 years. It's okay, guys. The sponsor accidentally was typing to me. They didn't actually mean to talk to me at all. I don't know whether to be happy or disappointed. But I've got all you to talk to, right? We don't need no one else. We are a self-sufficient community. Sheoldred is $69. Nice. The one I own is the foil DMU, so like 70, 71. Fencing Ace. And 2 copies of Sheoldred, the True Scriptures, huh? I feel like that card should be better, but it's probably not worth much. I don't know. I actually have no idea. I don't see it hardly ever in any format. Do you think now the Eldrazi's will be a more common archetype in Commander community? I mean, I guess it depends what you mean by common. I don't think you're supposed to see them as often as you see elves or vampires. You know, just not that style of thing. The colors are supposed to have appeal, and colorless appeals to a certain kind of hipster, you know? I don't need your colors. I'm not into what's cool and popular. And if that's the case, maybe the fact that this Eldrazi deck is popular will turn the hipsters off, and they'll be like, I was on Eldrazi before it was cool. And now they're gonna go, I don't know, play something else. So we'll see. But generally speaking, guys, don't invest in Magic. Get the cards because you love collecting or because you have fun playing. Unless you really, you know, at least that's my take. I think people, like, in general, I'm pretty good at money. So coming from me, it's kind of weird because I certainly spent a good amount of my life like being obsessed about being good at money. But now I can't encourage enough. Don't do everything just because of whether or not it's good value. Don't buy every card just because of whether or not you think it'll go up in price. Make sure you're having fun with the game first and then worry about the price of like whether or not they go up, down, or retain value. At least as much as you can within what's a reasonable budget for you. One Ring. Ooh, the cheapest one now is 50 bucks. I've got like 5 more of those on the way, I think. I ordered as many Lord of the Rings, as many One Rings in foil as I could find. Gonna need one for like every deck. I also think that those, you know, I think you'll always want them. Hard to picture that card not getting used in everything for a long time. We made a Convoke deck that works. So if you mean for Arena, on the official Magic the Gathering Arena YouTube channel, if you search for Magic the Gathering Arena, should come up pretty quickly. Pretty high in the results. There is a deck, I think it's a few months old now, but there is a deck, a Convoke deck that I played. I think it was around Christmas time. It was good enough. I mean, works is a loose term in Standard. Will it win 9 out of 10 against Mono Red? Absolutely not, but what will? Did good enough to make a video, though. Usually that's about all I need. Actually, I'll keep a Tatyova around. I hope the One Ring gets banned in Modern. Yeah. Yeah. Let's ban the Premier card and the highest impact card from our hot Lord of the Rings set. I'll just ban that thing a week after the Pro Tour. And was it in Scam? I didn't actually look at that list. I just saw that Scam won. I looked at some of the Tron lists. Made sense to me. Was One Ring in Scam? I bet it is. That seems like a good card for Scam. Just to reload. It's not in Scam. Okay. Well, there you go. Failed to win the Pro Tour. Not busted. But then again, Hogak didn't either. You know what won the Pro Tour? The Hogak Pro Tour? Where Hogak was like an absurd amount of the meta. You know what won that Pro Tour? Tron. Tron won that Pro Tour. And you know what? Everything from Tron is still legal, boy. Looked like Tron was gonna win this one. Go back to back in Barcelona. Oh, already got a Confluence. If someone has a deck that beats Mono Red 90% of the time, please share. Well, Arena's not going to allow that because sometimes you go second. There's just no deck that can reliably handle Kumano, 2-drop, and just assorted dump your hand stuff. Because Kumano's too busted. Simic Ramp. Yeah, you watched that video? Is that how that ended? Kumano and Swift Spear? Swift Spear could be replaced by a Raging Goblin. Card's literally useless in any deck that doesn't run Kumano faces Kakazan. Like, no other Swift Spear deck has been even close to good. But Kumano can go in all kinds of decks. It's just that the mono red one is so clearly the best. There's no reason to run Boros or Gruul or Rakdos. Excited for Woe. What's Woe? The Wilds of Eldraine? Yeah, that would make sense. Whoa. Monday is ban day. I just don't think they're going to ban anything in Standard. I mean, it's not that Standard isn't balanced. Standard is pretty balanced and quote unquote healthy. It's just the cards are old and boring. That's all. Play patterns are completely on lock. I just don't feel like there's going to be anything in Standard. Like nothing. It just feels like there's no build up, no lead up. The only things to point to for Standard would be arena play, which the team that does that doesn't seem to care about arena play. They still point out like Pro Tours and MTGO leagues, you know, that's what they pay attention to for their ban vibes. Already got a Yargle. It's a tough job to design cards, guys. On one hand, you can make everything balanced, but if it's boring, we end up with stuff like this. If it's unbalanced, you end up with people yelling, ban it, you guys, ban the sucker. I will not participate in your game until such and such a card is banned. Rotation is what it needs. Yeah. What if, hear me out, what if we just banned 4 sets? Just completely banned 4 sets from standard. Then they would have to, like, the new cards would have to be played, right? Only somebody had thought of this. I mean, we'll see. They want to reinvigorate paper standard. They want paper standard to still be an important part of the Magic world, and I agree that that should matter. I'm curious to see what they've decided the problem is and how they attack it. And they think one of it is rotation, and I'm just like, I do not get where that's coming from. I would have thought that that was not the thing, but they seem to believe it is. Problem is Arena. I agree that Arena is a big reason that paper standard isn't getting played. Because, well, there's only so much standard you want to play. And Arena lets you do it pretty fast. Well, I think the new rotation schedule is a chance for the people who complain about the cost of standard to put basically their money where their mouth is. They've, rather than try to make the cards necessarily cheaper, they're making them useful longer, so you get more out of the money that you do pay. We'll see if people actually play, and if that actually changes their behavior. I am cynical. I think I think that is an easy reason to point to why you don't play standard, because of rotation and cards losing value. I think that's an easy thing to point to that everybody will agree with in principle. I am cynical that that is the reason. I'm sure I'm not saying I'm smarter than the Wizards people. I'm sure that they have thought of this as well. People love to, when you ask them why they do what they do, people are very bad at actually explaining it. In fact, usually they want to sound smart and they want to kind of be accepted. So their brain scrambles for the thing that sounds totally reasonable, that nobody would have an argue with. Nobody could argue with, most people. And money's an easy one. It's low-hanging fruit. So saying my cards aren't valuable for as long as these other formats is a very good answer Like something everybody, no problem, will pick on a survey that gives you 4 options of why you don't play standard. But is it really the reason? That's the question. Thanks for the tier 1, Agent. Appreciate that. And I'm telling you, just because somebody marks it on a survey doesn't mean it's the real reason for their behavior. All right, sort some of these from my boxes. This isn't going in the box. What am I doing with you? I have to decide. Dyke Rift, let's go, baby. I think I'm going to put this in what I call the trophy box. They're just cards I've accumulated that I don't know what else to do with, but I don't want to get rid of. I go rest now. Later. Thanks for coming by. Glad you enjoyed the good vibes. Guess this will go in the trophy box too. That's all we're doing here. Yeah, the list cards are funny because I never know where to put them. So many multicolored green cards. Green and Commander, guys. It's good. Did you know? I like the Art Series cards. I can't find anybody to take them. So I guess the answer is technically no. At first I collected them because I thought they were a cool thing that existed, but nobody wanted them. So now I just unload them. So these go in my boxes. I'll show you the boxes in a second. These are boxes that I use to build decks that I just keep around, either for Gina or myself to play when we feel like having a game. And they're basically made of, not necessarily staples, but cards that are decent enough that you can throw them in a deck. This is my white box. And we're just gonna throw these white cards in there. Just extras of cards. We don't need any more to complete the set, but we just don't want to get rid of these ones because they're popular enough. Got one of those for each of the other colors as well, and I'm just running them over there. I also store the multicolored cards in the box that is first in their mana symbol. So like Marchesa will go in red, and there's a little divider for Mardu. So like Miri will go in green, so will Tatyova, so will the Wanderer, because green is the first thing in the, if you're going left to right in the cost. I have 4 Jeweled Lotus now. Look at me, I'm rich. 4 Jeweled Lotus, oh my god! What is next in the collection? Put away the precons. Oh boy, I have to put away the precons. Precons from the worst possible Commander show. Here's the gruff list I ran. See, that's another thing I could do is like, if I play a deck on the show, like especially like a precon, I could give away the deck when I'm done with it. Who would bid on a precon that I personally shuffled and played on the show? I bet somebody would bid on it. It might go, like, they're opened. They might go for less than $80. Sorry if that's a sore point. Necropotence is back in the next set. It's part of a bonus sheet. It won't be standard legal. Probably be pre-banned in every format. Wonder if I mean, I guess I should keep these wizard tokens around, right? All right, guys. Bane of every stream for me. It's time for math. We need a 360 plus 360. $720. $720. So we're starting a binder at 721. This is a 781. This is a 706. So this is not in this binder. This is in a different binder. All right. How many cards are there specifically from the Commander Masters decks? Let's see. That's an interesting question, because maybe that can just be a binder if there's under 360. So 1056, I think this says. All right, the last card is 1056, and that's a waste. So we need 1056 minus, what's the first card in that set? What's the first piece of this? Of just the cards that are in the starter deck, in the precons. $274 cards. Then there's the 4 display commanders, 278. Then there's new commander cards, 36. 278 plus 36 equals 314. Are there any others? Because they love to just slip in a little thing here and there. What thoughts on the new white crater hoof? Woo! Is that enough thoughts for you? I mean, I'm excited for more crater hoofs so that my games can end. All right, we're gonna do a binder that's just the new commander cards from the precons. So that's gonna start with the Void Gorger, the Eldrazi one. And that is gonna start on 704. 704, that's where we're starting this binder. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. This is gonna be our Precon binder. It's going to start at 704. And the other binder for Commander Masters is going to be 2 binders. It's going to mostly be the main set and then a bunch of the cosmetics. So we're going to start at 704, which means 704, 705, 706. There's our first member of the new binder club, Mr. Guff. Congratulations on your new home. All right. Ooh, how much am I gonna sleeve these? I don't always sleeve all these cards. How rare are all these cards? I mean, the binder value is not, like, the box value isn't bad on these, but it's not great either. I can just sleeve the really expensive rares, I think. Yeah, we don't need to sleeve everything. This mountain, for example, doesn't need to be sleeved. What are your thoughts on the new white? Oh, I did answer that. $830. Heyo. Heyo, Teo. I wonder why they put the basics right at the front. It's not normal. They don't usually do that. Oh, actually, guys, I think I'm gonna log off for a little bit and go outside. It's getting really hot in this room. It's making me sweat. So thank you to those who hung out as I sort cards. I've got more cards to sort, so maybe I'll come back on later if I want to do more of it live. And I will catch you in the next one. And have a wonderful day. Thanks for hanging out. You're cool.